So in this capsule of 5 by 5, I want to talk to you about influencing skills. Influencing skills that really make a difference in the kinds of times that we are facing between one who is successful and one who is not successful. Have you ever heard a magician use the term abracadabra and wondered what does abracadabra actually mean? Abracadabra is no secret code of any magician, but in the Hebrew language, abracadabra predominantly means I can show you what I have told you you are currently imagining, which means that he will tell you to imagine a rabbit and then produce the actual rabbit before you, and that's the abracadabra he's talking about. Influencing skills in the kind of times that we are now living in is that magical abracadabra which can make things which otherwise people believe are impossible to do. Now let me tell you that if you want to be that magical influencer who can influence things to happen, what are the 5 things that you need to do to make yourself an influential leader? Number 1, start believing within yourself that you have that unique power to influence the changes that you want to bring about. Oftentimes in our minds we have started believing that we do not have that power, as a consequence of which it becomes a fait accompli and you cannot deliver what you think you have gone about to deliver. Now what is very important is for you to start believing you can do it. Say for example, if I were to tell you that I mandate you the task to bring together Pakistan, India and China on a common platform to form an organization which will be a powerful trade organization in Asia, most of the leaders, considering that they have knowledge of the power situation, will resist in their mind, believing that they cannot bring about this change. So it is this resistance in the mind that comes in the way of making and bringing the influencing changes that you want. Second is, once you've done that, you need to find out that in the given equation that you are trying to influence the change about, who are the critical players and what are their vital behaviors? Why do they need to make this change? Who are these people? Who are the ones who want this change to happen? Who will lose the situation if the change happens? What are the behaviors that will make the change happen? So that kind of basic understanding of the critical players and the kind of behaviors that you need to see change is very, very important so that you know what you're trying to influence. Third is, you need to do a deep study of the triggers which bring about instinctive changes in the people and the recovery behaviors. Because unless you know the stakeholders who are involved, the actors in the change drama, unless and until you know their behaviors and unless and until you understand their triggers, you will not be able to bring the changes and influence changes that you're looking out for. Now, once you know the 3 things that I've spoken about, it is very important for you to design a bespoke interventions plan and then seed the behaviors that you want to see the change in into the minds of the stakeholder. So therefore you cannot do a generalization act. You have to design a bespoke plan and then slowly seed these mechanisms in their minds so that you can see it. Now, changes don't happen the day you introduce them. So therefore, over a period of time, you need to make a kind of a project plan of the changes that you want to see as a consequence of your influencing that you are trying to do. So make a project plan, find out who are the ones who are supporting the influential changes, find out people who are resisting the kind of changes that you are trying to bring about, and then work on that in a very, very micro way, bespoke plan, trying to work and influence those guys who are resisting and motivating the guys to build a strong community to bring about a change. And that's how you end up becoming the most influential person in the equation, because being an influential leader is what makes you a successful leader.